I've been talking about masculine and feminine energy, the polarity between the two for a little while. And this is a really important topic when you want to step into another level of your intimate and sexual connection with your partner, especially in a long-term relationship. Even if you're not in a long-term relationship, if you want to take your intimate sexual life to another place, another experience, another journey, then you have to tap into this concept of polarity. Now, I use masculine and feminine because these are the words that we've been using. Some people say go and flow energy. There probably could be some better words to use because people associate masculine with the man and feminine with the female. But it's actually, we have both of these energies within us. I have masculine and feminine energy, as do you, as does your wife, as does everybody. Some of us, all of us, tend to feel more comfortable or have an essence of one or the other. So, me, for example, I have an essence of the feminine energy, but I definitely can stand very strong in my masculine energy. My partner has an essence of the masculine energy, but he definitely taps into his feminine energy. And we need to be able to access both of these energies because they are part of who we are as human beings. All of these traits within the masculine and feminine, these are traits of being human, right? So when we say masculine energy, we think of energy that is directed and forward moving and linear, of time and space, right? I'm just saying, right? If you don't know, I'm telling you. We also have what I'm working a lot on, and this happens a lot in the Empower program, and what I talk about is that there are lots of old ideas about what masculine energy is and was, and men and women have both been brought up to believe that this is the way the masculine energy is, this is the way the feminine is. We don't say those words, but this is who you should be as a boy, and this is who you should be as a girl. These are the restrictions around what you are as a boy, and these are the restrictions of what you are as a girl. But that's old. That's old stuff. It still plays out, yes, all over the world. And we still hold on to a lot of those ideas. We still hold on to a lot of that energy, a lot of these old traits that don't serve the modern relationship at all. We have moved beyond that because sex is much more than it used to be. We want it to be more. We want to have that pleasure of sexuality. We are going deeper within sexuality. We're going deeper into pleasure, into our desires, into discovering our bodies and being really embodied, which means we are tapped into the feelings and the sensations of our bodies. We want to be tapped into that. We didn't used to have even that notion that we could do that or that it existed. Women were this way, men were that way. Men's traits were like this, women's traits were like that. And it was very, very restrictive. Still is. But it's changed. It's opened, it's expanded. I told you what the masculine energy is. The feminine energy is almost like the opposite. It's the non-linear form. It's flowing. It's spontaneous. It's emotional. And this is what women were told that they could be. They're emotional beings. They are spontaneous. They don't really make any sense. They're more chaotic. And yes, that's what the feminine is. And it's beautiful. And of course, men have that inside of them as well, just as women have that. And women also possess a lot of the masculine traits too, because women are taking on jobs and running the household and things that require a masculine energy, the go energy. When we come together sexually, when we get involved in something that we're really passionate about, if we're an artist or we're a singer, a dancer, we're in the feminine, we're flowing, we're moving, we're spontaneous, we're enjoying the freedom of the body to lead us. That's the feminine energy. So we need both of these energies to become a full human being, and live a full human life. Now, I talk about this wounded masculine and wounded feminine energies, which are these old ideas of what they are. And they sit in us still. We're still holding on to that. But we're changing and we're shifting into something that's more conscious or divine. Just different ways of looking at who we are as human beings, right? Who we are as human beings and the kind of energy that we possess, the kind of traits that we can hold on to. Allowing ourselves to expand into all of those traits, to accept ourselves for the way that we are. Even if we are a man and we are more connected to the feminine traits or the flow traits, or if we're a woman and we're more connected to the go traits, we need to allow ourselves to go into that and to explore it. And then within the relationship to accept each other for who we are, right? It actually, and this is where it comes to the polarity, because when you are, now there's not just I talk about this masculine and feminine energies, these traits. I'm talking about sort of the light traits, the traits that, keep us moving through the day, set up our homes and our jobs and enjoy our hobbies and travel and all this kind of stuff. But there's also the darker traits that exist. These are the desires that we have, the more chaotic kind of emotions that come out, the more desire to control, be more dominant, but in a loving way. We're going to keep that into this loving kind of way. The loving, the dark velvet. I don't like darkness used to be considered and like the dangerous, scary. But I look at it like dark velvet, darkness as in dark chocolate. And when we start to embrace it and love it, we can start our own dark traits, our own dark desires, connection to the deeper side of us, the parts of us that we have hidden. We start to love those, and we allow them to be expressed, especially with our intimate partners, where we come together with somebody intimately because we find somebody we can trust, that we can love, that we can play with and experience new things with, and go into places that maybe we haven't had that opportunity to go into before. Go into places within ourselves and have somebody that can still be there, can still hold the space for us to explore that and experience that, right? This is what we come together in an intimate relationship for. So I think that I know that a lot of us have a lot of fear going into those places. And so we can fear our partner, we can fear the feelings that come up, fear those deeper desires that we feel, feel deeper within us. We fear them, so we hide them and repress them, and we hold them back. But those are beautiful parts of us. And when we start to share this with our partner, when we start to live this out, we start to bring these out, we start to expand them, we start to be more of them. We start to share these feelings that we have. Our partner can understand us better. Our partner can be there with us and love us for who we are. If your partner doesn't, and they can't hold it and they can't take it, then there is something to think about around that relationship. You really want to be with somebody where you can be yourself fully, not be afraid of who you are or of what you want to say or what you want to express, but to be yourself. And you're going to change. You change. If you're in a long-term relationship, you will change many times. You will go through many kinds of emotional, physical, spiritual changes throughout the time you are together, whether it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 40, 50 years. You're going to change, and you want to feel free and accepted for who you are and for those changes that come about. So if you don't express them, your partner's not going to know. Your partner's not going to understand. And if you can't express them to the most intimate person in your life, and you keep holding it and repressing it and pulling it back, and then the intimacy gets lost between the two of you. And then without the intimacy, there's no sex. Okay? Or there's no good sex. And we want to move towards having good sex. Sex that's like a journey, like it's a new discovery, an exploration together. It's a whole realm here. It's a whole dimension that we want to allow ourselves to enter into and experience with somebody we love very, very much. So what I have created for men is an audio transmission called the Energy of Desire. And I've created this because this is a stepping stone into accessing the full potential of desire in your body. The full polarity of embodiment. Okay? You'll understand what I mean once you do it. So I'm going to put the link in the description below. Grab it as soon as you can. Listen to it. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel. And be curious as to how your partner, what the effects are on your partner, how she reacts to you stepping into this energy that you access through this transmission. Okay. I look forward to hearing from you. Put in comments below if you would like, or email me, and get the Energy of Desire transmission. It's in the description below. You're going to love it. I will talk to you again next week. Much love making.